Libra scales, what's going on? Hope everyone's doing pretty good. Okay, guys, just as a reminder, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm going to say that one more time, guys. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. We must always use this technique whenever we view any type of reading on YouTube or online in general. Because us readers are reading for the masses, so that means we're reading for sun, moon, and rising all together. So these are the general energies or messages. So it's not always going to pertain, or not all of it, or all of the messages will pertain to your unique situation. So take what resonates and what doesn't. Also remember to watch and check your moon, rising, and sun, and take from each one what resonates and leave what doesn't, and put it together and come up with, these situations or the advice that pertains to your unique situation. Which brings me to my next point of, if you would like to book a private reading, check the description box of this video or with information in terms of how to obtain one. And also, guys, if you would like to skip the intro and the shuffling and the astrology for the first half of the month, please see the timestamp available for you. Go to the comments section of this video. It'll be the first one pinned by me with the timestamp available to skip everything. Okay, guys, once again, I provided a timestamp available so you can skip the shuffling and the astrology or just general information. See the comments section for the first one pinned by me with the timestamp available for you, okay? All right, Libra, let's go ahead and divulge your astrology for the Libra sun sign. Sometimes this can bleed off into Libra ascendants, but normally it's for a rising. Normally it's for a sun. I apologize, for a Libra sun. But you can still be applied somehow or some way. All right, Libra. So for August 2017, maybe a month that calls for needing to juggle between outer ambitions, domestic life, and psychological matters. Planetary strengths remain in the eastern half of the chart, or your chart for Libra, towards your ascendant sign. Self-assertion and confidence may give you the results you seek by not depending upon others. You shall push through your plans with courage and overcome any obstacles along the way in doing so. You may have a delightful month, whereas you may not be affected by planetary disturbances. The presence of Jupiter and Venus in your sign may ensure that you will be bestowed with the best of things in life. In terms of career, your career may see many changes this month. You may have to work very hard to achieve your professional objectives. However, this month may bring in financial rewards as well. You may also find that your partner may have to work a little bit harder on financial ventures this month and may need to put in a lot of effort, due to maybe if you see some changes in your professional objectives or your professional field. In terms of love, relationships, and partnerships, for coupled Librans, you may find that this month love relationships are more sexually physical than romantic. You may have to work towards bringing in a harmonious environment in the family. This may lead to disturbances in partnerships, as they may undergo stress and bring about changes. For single Librans, you may have plenty of opportunities to get into love this month because of your personal charm. However, this may bring unforeseen or unseen stress and changes. However, use this time wisely and responsibly. In terms of health, this month may be excellent this month in terms of health, where you should take care to be balanced while enjoying life responsibly as well. Overall, August 2017 for Libra forecasts a harmonious family life with some challenges on their career front. Okay, Libra, let's go ahead and bless the deck and then we'll get started with everything. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, Please intercede into this reading to provide Libra with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. Okay, Libra, we're coming into the reading with the Three of Earth or Three of Pentacles. Upright, that is. All right, Libra. So, first off, let's talk about this card here. This card specifically, it's a blank card, or I guess you consider it a blank card since there's really no number or nothing really involved in it. It's just a picture, right? This is actually the mystery card. And what it is it's the master card of the deck. And it stands for it's an overarching card. It has a lot to do with spiritual realization of birth, death, and karmic transition. And it's said that over time, this card becomes very clear. That specifically was in the book. I also believe that as well. I like this card. I think that it's very apropos to your guys' situations, maybe as a mass, but also as individuals. Maybe some spiritual realizations coming up. I like what it also states birth and death and karmic transitions. But karmic transitions is after death and after birth. So it's birth, death, karmic transitions. Because we must go through birth and then death. You know, when I say that, it's coming into this world or reincarnating what we know and what we have, right? In like our south node in a sense. And then with our north node, being kind of the karmic transition, or it's supposed to be, you know? And then, you know, with death as well, it's just transformations. Okay, off the bat, you could be dealing maybe with the Virgo. It's possible. The Hermit here. Also maybe a Leo. I think that's pretty much it. Or an Aries as well, almost. Not almost. More than likely. Aries as well. Okay. All right. Since we got that out of the way. Okay. So, Libra. I'm kind of seeing here that you do want to work with others. You know, I really think that that's a lot what's going on maybe for you guys for the 1st to the 15th this month. Or it's a stress on that. It's wanting that, which is good. However, I'm not sure why the 6 of Fire or 6 of Wands is here in reverse. It's not really seeing or having that recognition. Not just from others, but, you know, from yourself. And I'm kind of feeling like it's more with yourself. I don't really think that it's others. I mean, others may contribute to it, but Libra, what it is that, you know, if you don't see that in yourself, others aren't going to see it in you, or you're not going to exude what it is that you would like, you know, if you don't really agree with it yourself. Yeah. I think that's pretty much what I see so far. But we must ask ourselves, Libra, like, why, you know? Maybe I feel like a situation may have happened that maybe caused you to not feel so confident in yourself or confident in your abilities. But I feel like this is maybe allowing you, it's a time that's allowing you to maybe take a step back and to maybe see things from an objective perspective. Notice I said that with like kind of in the form of a question at the end. I feel like in saying that, I feel as though, or I'm seeing that maybe you don't want to take a leap of faith because maybe you are a little apprehensive in changing things. Maybe you did change things and then some bumps in the road came or some change came about and it shook you up a little bit. Because I mean, I am seeing that, maybe you're not going through a period, or maybe you're going through a period, let me rephrase that, going through a period where you aren't really seeking the enlightenment. And I feel like without taking the leap of faith, enlightenment won't come. Or without wanting to take a leap of faith to change things a bit, you're never going to have those moments where you would need to, or it wouldn't be at the fore, or you wouldn't see that you are required of that. But I also feel, Libra, with strength in reverse here, I feel like there was maybe a period, like I said, that shook you up. Because with the Ace of Wands here, or the One of Fire, I kind of feel like there was something that got implemented, or that was implemented, like a change came about. And it kind of needed you to, or required you to begin at the beginning again. And I think that when this change came about, like I was saying in the beginning, or just a minute ago, I hate saying in the beginning, it sounds weird. But, a second ago, what I said, I feel like your strength is down. And it's like apprehension again. Like I feel like these three cards are aligned a little bit, or they have a similarity to them. Yeah, just because they're yellow as well. Yellow signifies, new knowledge, friendship. But they're all in reverse. And they're all major arcana. Now, major arcana has a lot to do with us. It's what's happening with us inside of us. It's not really the environment. The Eight of Fire is more like the environment. The Ace of Wands is more like the environment. All the Ace through 10 tend to be the environment and how it pertains to what's going on. But the major arcana is us, and then the court cards like the Queen, the Page, the Knight, all that has to do with other people or people involved, or what we're doing as well. So actions. But this is more, it has to do with us, the major arcana. What's going on within us personally. So the strength is down, not wanting to, or having some apprehension of wanting to walk into the unknown and gain some knowledge and enlightenment. And the Fool reversed. So going back to what I was saying a second ago about the change, I feel like there was a big change. And I want to say that it made you feel like you didn't really, or you couldn't come back from it, or you didn't know how to respond to it because it was so sudden. Very sudden. And it's kind of like it happened so quick. And I want to say that it surmounted to maybe having you look at your emotions and having you look at why this happened, and you kind of questioning maybe how to apply your emotions to it or how you should respond to it. And I want to say that it was pretty good, but I'm sensing a lot of fear here. Not like fear of the unknown now. Fear of what to do next. Because if strength was upright and the hermit was in reverse, let's just say, let's go with that scenario. I would just say, I mean, you think you know what you're doing and you think that it's going to help you, but you don't want to evolve and look for the enlightenment in terms of what you're doing wrong, possibly. But that's not the case here. The case is strength in reverse and the hermit in reverse. So that's why I'm saying I'm sensing fear. I'm also sensing, Libra, that because of this shakeup or this unforeseen change, which I'm feeling that it's good in the long run. I'm sensing, Libra, that it's causing you to maybe look at the past or being stuck in the past in a sense. Okay, I'm feeling, I just picked up, thank you. I just picked up that this change brought you back to a point in your life where maybe it wasn't so favorable or maybe it was a hard time in your life. It's causing you to look at the past and be maybe stuck in the past in terms of Six of Cups here in reverse or Six of Water in reverse, being stuck in the past. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles or 10 of Earth in reverse. Seeing where maybe your life wasn't so favorable in the past. And I want to say that this sudden change here brought some fear onto you. Like, it was a reminder. It was like almost deja vu. Like, oh my God, this again. And it was just like, it was really tough, Libra, to get out of that position that you were in. And I feel like this circumstance has brought you maybe back to that point. But Libra, don't let that hinder you. Don't allow or don't succumb to that fear. Take it as a learning experience, like, why have you somehow come back to this feeling, or why has this happened again, even though it was a completely different circumstance or different situation? How did it all of a sudden, how was it a different direction or different trajectory, but yet somehow it looped back, like it came back, and now you are kind of like refamiliarizing yourself with that feeling. And I want to say, Libra, that it happened for a reason. And I hate saying that, especially when it's something that's, disconcerting, or it's something that really was, it was a low period in your life. I'm not saying that you deserve that. What I'm saying is, I want to say that this happened for a reason, because you should take this as a time, Libra, to see the patterns. Like, how did this happen again, kind of thing? Why did this happen? Where did it go wrong, not what happened? Let me say that. And I feel like that's why the mystery card is here, Libra, and why this card popped out. See, Libra, or go back and understand or try and ascertain how your emotions maybe played a role in this. I'm picking that up too. Your emotions in terms of what and how you added to both situations that have a I cannot say that word, familiarity to it. Like, what were the patterns of how you applied your emotion? I'm also picking up, since the Six of Fire is here, or Six of Wands is in reverse, I think it has a lot to do with why things come up, how it came back to this deja vu moment, in a sense. But how, like I said, how was the emotion applied? I want to say that the intentions were good. But there was something involved that maybe egged it on. And I'm not putting all the blame on you, of course not. Nothing is ever completely our fault. Well, it could be a couple of things, but we're not getting into that. Majority, the majority of the time, it's not all our fault. But it is our fault, Libra, when we continue to do the same things And when we fail to see the patterns and fail to look back and see where it went wrong versus what happened. And I feel, Libra, like when you come to this point, or when you have some realization as to where this situation lies, or this circumstance or pattern comes from, and when you finally realize or come to grips with it, the origin of it, why it keeps coming about, I feel like you're going to have the strength then, and you're going to then have that moment of enlightenment. But Libra, if we keep on not wanting to work on that, not wanting to see where things come from and why we are triggered and why we do the things that we do and why we continue to put ourselves through avoidable misery, when we take that leap of faith and we finally do it and we see where it comes from, because taking the leap of faith does involve going to the beginning, like the zero. When we reach that point, we then open the doors to enlightenment. We then feel stronger because we surrender to it. Right? We then come back to the beginning in terms of how are we going to now approach the situation with the new gained knowledge that we have acquired. When we open up the doors to mystery, when we open up the doors to what could happen, when we open up the doors to birth, death, and karmic transition, and over time, how this becomes clear. And when we do that, we see the errors of our ways. And when we do that, we then keep what is favorable and what isn't. It's a letting go of things. And especially in August, I think the 21st, I want to say, we're having a huge eclipse. And the important thing, Libra, about this eclipse is that, any eclipse, is that we need to be on the right track before it commences. Because now when we're not, it's too late to do anything after it. Because then what's set into motion when it commences is what sticks around for the next 6 months. And if we don't have all our ducks lined up, which we won't all have them, but if we don't put some things into place or see what works, what doesn't, we are going to be forced to be stripped of that thing that doesn't work. And we're going to be, and we can be, in complete disarray. Because not only can we not depend upon what we are usually used to, but now we must change and transition and come up with new ideas on how to move forward, new approaches. But Libra, are you going to take that leap of faith willingly or unwillingly? I want to say willingly, Libra, because I feel like you are going to be cooperative. And when I say that, I don't mean that in a negative sense, or I'm not saying it in a pejorative manner. I feel like you're going to cooperate in terms of with the universe, with God, with spirit, your higher power, that's trying to help you out here. But it's going to begin with walking into the unknown and feeling uncomfortable. You must do it, Libra, because it's going to happen either way. And this big change, or these changes, are going to be upon your volition or not. Because when it's not, it's usually not absorbed as, prevalently or as successfully. And then we're going to continue to fight it off. When in the end, and over time, it becomes clear as to what's going on. What's the object of your desire, Libra? It's funny that I'm asking you that because I was listening to that song. Who's it by again? Can't remember. Let me see. It's by it's I want to say like an old '80s song. Oh, by Starpoint. It's called Object of My Desire. What is the object of your desire, Libra? And where does it come from? And is it conducive to a healthy lifestyle? Because, Libra, what are we holding on to? What is it what's the object of your desire? And why are we holding on to it? And I'm not necessarily saying that the Four of Pentacles or Four of Earth here is a bad card, because it's not, because it is necessary at certain times to hold on to certain things, especially our convictions, the things that we uphold, things that we respect, the respect that we have for other people, right? The respect we have for other people, and knowing our boundary lines and their boundary lines as well. Of course, it serves us. But Libra, what are we holding on to that isn't conducive to a prosperous life and a happy life? Because 10 of Pentacles or 10 of Earth in reverse here. This something or relationship, partnership, item, whatever it may be, it's preventing you from actually seeing, Libra, that you do have, I don't want to say have it all, but you do have enough to be happy and to be cool. It's all a perspective, you know? Sometimes, in a sense, 99% of the time, it's a perspective. But like I say, a perspective. So in this perspective, or throughout this perspective, what are we holding on to that is causing or making that infrastructure weak? And why, Libra, do you feel like you're not protecting your stability? What's making you feel like that? Are you holding on to something that is causing you to maybe not feel so protected? Because I feel, Libra, like if we were to surrender to the mysteries, you know, to what's to come, even though we don't know what is to come. But if we don't surrender either way, it's not too favorable. We must surrender sometimes, Libra, in life. We have to change up our ways of doing things. We can't remain constant. Change is constant, which is kind of an oxymoron a little bit. Or it's a double entendre a little bit, you know? But it's true, Libra, like, change is constant. Are you going with the flow of change, or are you holding on to the control? Are you working together with you and yourself in order to have this Two of Cups here, this union of souls? I look at this card, especially in a lot of these readings, unless it's a love reading, I look at it, Libra, as like the union of your spirit and of your physical body. Are you communicating properly with yourself? And your ways of going about things, or preparing your environment, or adding to it, or just understanding it from an initial standpoint. Is it going to cause you to maybe not feel like you have some stability going on? But is at the same time, or upon the same token, is it preventing or causing you to have that union with yourself? What are you doing, or how are you thinking, or what is it that you are doing that's preventing that? Because, I mean, I'm also looking at this like, okay, maybe the maybe the communication's on point, but the approach, the new ideas are maybe not so on point, or they're premature, immature in they're in their infancy stage in terms of how to apply them. And that's okay. Whenever you start a new project or you start a new approach, you're going to mess up, and that's okay. That's how we learn. That's life. That's fine. But at least you are trying to indulge in this, in the mysteries of life, and how over time it'll become clear, right? That's how you learn about yourself, Libra. But you're not going to learn about yourself if you are constantly doing, the things, holding on to the stuff that makes you feel like your strength isn't up, and therefore not coming to those points of enlightenment. Because in order for the mysteries to come about, for us to even call it a mystery, we must oblige it. But first, it comes with needing to oblige it, being put in a position where we must seek it, where we then have no choice but to do it. And I feel like with this change, or these changes, it's coming from Libra, from not feeling like you have the proper stability. And it comes from that. Because even though, Libra, you're at the bottom, whether you are, whether you're not, general reading, apply it to your situation. If you feel as though you are, you could still look up and see where the top resides. So it's not like you are completely at the bottom, completely in the dark. Maybe a little bit, but it's a perspective. But ultimately, it's your choice, Libra. Are you going to climb the ladder, or you were going to continue to kind of stay at the bottom and just pout, and hold on to what it is that you feel like you need to hold on to. And I'm also seeing here, picking up, that you should hold on to those new ideas. Look, you have the One of Fire, the Ace of Fire, and you also have the Sister of Fire, or the Page of Fire, or Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. You need to hold on to these two things, because this is the new idea sparking, and this is the commensation. This is you commencing it, starting it, wanting to believe in it, realizing that you need it, because you need to switch up the swag. But the only time that those positions ever come about, or that those times ever come about, is when you feel like you don't have the stability. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it has to come from somewhere. The spark and the drive have to come from somewhere. And it has to come from the quick changes that shake the hell out of us. Like, you could be dealing with the Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio as well. I think I'm seeing all signs here. Shoot, I mean, with the exception of Earth, I mean, you could be maybe dealing with another Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But I feel like this is a step forward. I feel like it's a good thing. But don't look at you, if you are being at the bottom. Because like I said, look up and you can see where the top is. But are you willing to put the work in there to climb up that ladder? Are you prepared? Because don't forget, Libra, when you're climbing up the ladder, there's going to be more changes that present themselves. But will you take the leap of faith in attempting to tackle it or to prevail over it? Are you going to have the self-confidence to do it? I think so. But it's going to include working with other people, though, Libra, as well. Not just going on or doing your own thing, which is it's not a problem. But when you want to build up, Libra, when you want to become more spiritually inclined, stronger, when you want to when you need assistance in climbing the ladder, any ladder for that, for that matter. You have to work with other people, Libra, but that includes giving something up. That includes not doing things completely your own way. Because when you do things your own way, and if you would like to do that, you wouldn't need assistance. But when you want the assistance and you need it, you have to take other people's opinions into consideration. That's the only way that the help is there, because they'll help you see things in a different perspective, Libra. I was going to look underneath the deck, but this card wanted to stick. So I'm going to take it. I just feel like it's a good thing. Okay? The Four of Wind or the Four of Swords reverse. Okay. So, Libra, in terms of advice for the cards, or for this, not the Jesus card, but just for this. I feel, Libra, like we need to walk away from certain situations. Need to, not want to. That's what the Eight of Cups is all about. Things aren't working anymore. There's still waters. There's no stream of movement. There's no fluid motion in it anymore. It doesn't serve you. All the time and the effort and the work that you put into things that you thought were going to work no longer work, and you see that they're not really working. Maybe because the way that you applied things and your emotion to it wasn't maybe proper. Because this is when it's proper. This is adding to it in a productive and conducive manner. This is not. Also, the Sister of Water, like the Page of Cups, when it's in reverse, it can also mean, not applying your emotion properly as well and not wanting to understand the roots of it, but also some manipulative behavior. Now, this can be happening to you, or you can be doing this. Or maybe you want to walk away from the manipulative situation because now you've seen that it's ran its course. Wanting to walk away. Needing to walk away. Because seeing that like it's just not working, Libra. Seeing that all the fighting that you're doing, that you were doing, putting into this, no longer work. Needing to gain some introspection, Libra, in terms of what's your next course of action? What's the next thing to do? Not really wanting to argue anymore, not giving up. The Seven of Fire or Seven of Wands in reverse to me is giving up, not wanting to fight. But not wanting to fight because it's kind of, there's no point to it. It's just not feeling confident. Not having courage. And just saying, okay, well, whatever. Like, just succumbing to things and being weak-minded in a sense. But it serves a purpose. Why? Have we missed opportunities along the way, maybe? Because of the way that we were implementing things? Or because we don't want to take those leaps of faith that are required to indulge in the mysteries? Are we trying to play it safe? A little bit, but to a detriment. Because there's nothing wrong with that. But why? Let's not play it safe anymore. Let's finally walk away from those situations that don't work anymore. And let's switch things up. Because it's not going too great, Libra, Being stuck in the past and feeling like you have nothing really maybe to offer. And also the Ten of Pentacles in reverse too is lack of commitment. But why is there a lack of commitment when you've seen that you maybe work together and needing to work together with people? I think this corresponds with each other. Needing to walk away because it's not working. And it's okay, Libra. But how we walk away is very important as well. Because it says a lot about, you know, who you are and the content of your character. Okay, it's Luke 10:9. Heal the sick that are therein, and say unto them, the kingdom of God is come nigh unto you. When he says heal the sick, we can take that literal, of course. I want to look underneath the bottom. Heal the sick, Libra. I wanted to almost say Leo. Maybe you're dealing with the Leo shoot. What type of sick, though? Doesn't necessarily have to be sick as in physically. Could be maybe spiritually, emotionally. Whatsoever you shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. John 16:23. You need to ask for the right things, Libra, but believe also that you can get it. But once again, why do you ask? Because you need it, you know? You must go into that period of feeling like the stability isn't there. See why it's not there and what led up to this point, but also what's going to change it. And it's by letting go of certain things, Libra, that aren't conducive to it. And by indulging in the mysteries, you know? And when we don't do that, we miss those opportunities that can be viable. You shall ask, and God will give it to you, your higher power. Okay, Libra? I'm going to look underneath the bottom. I don't know why. Yeah, want to wind in reverse. Ace of Swords here in reverse. Could be secrets withholding information. Whatever that may be. Maybe secrets with yourself, Libra. What you really need. But keep him in the middle of it and ask for it, okay? All right, Libra, check out John 16 and Luke 10. This has gone way too long. But I feel like it was a really good video, Libra, okay? It's not bad. This one isn't bad. I know you guys' readings haven't been so, how can I say it? So, encouraging, maybe. But I feel like all of that, Libra, led up to this moment of seeing things. Or maybe you needed that knock on the head. We all do, Libra, shoot. And guys, I'm a Libra ascendant. So I do like Libras. Venus rules me. That's my ruling planet. Your ascendant sign, the planet ruler is usually, normally, your ruling planet. So love rules me. I have to work on that as well. But let's indulge in the mysteries first. Okay, Libra? We'll see you either any random video or August 15th to the 30th. All right? Stay strong. You can do it. Put God in the middle of it and everything will work out. And indulge in the mysteries, okay?